Hi, it's ASMR Study Hall here. I'm so excited to show you how I make my ASMR ambience videos. The reason why I wanted to make this video is so that you can feel more connected to the ambiences you're listening to on this channel. Every creator has their own style and approach, and I wanted to share mine with you so that you can understand a little bit more about what goes into the making of these videos, and also so that you can know a little bit more about me and the channel. In this video, I'm going to show you what my process looks like, how I record the sounds, how it all comes together, and then you'll see a 30-second clip of a final ambience. So first, this channel is run by one person, and that's me. I'm the person recording the sounds, mixing the sounds, editing the videos. I record about 90% of the sounds on my channel. I occasionally download a sound on a public platform for a particular noise that I'm unable to record myself. So for example, I often download horse sounds such as trotting or horses eating hay because I do not have access to horses. So public domain platforms for sound files are really helpful for creators like me who need a little bit of help. Other than that, I record about 90% of my own content for this channel. If you're new to my channel, you'll discover that a lot of my sounds include nature, food, and office sounds. I really enjoy environments that make me feel creative, cozy, and inspired. That's why I lean so heavily into nature sounds, because they're really calming. And I like food sounds because food provides energy and it's nostalgic. So when you hear someone cooking, it kind of reminds you of happy memories with family, and it provides you a sense of company and community, and it just gives you that warm, fuzzy feeling inside. And the office sounds are great if you need a productivity boost. So when I began recording this video, I started off my morning with some toast, fruit, and coffee. I absolutely love coffee. It gives me a cozy, happy feeling while also helping me feel productive and creative, which is why the coffee cup is ASMR Study Hall's logo. So after I had my food, I headed out to the porch to record some nature sounds. I actually live in the city, which is why city sounds often appear in my ambience videos, but I'm lucky enough to have loved ones who lived in a very nature-heavy area. So when I go visit, I really like to bring my microphone and capture all of the amazing sounds. There's actually a little creek here, and it's just so beautiful, and I am so lucky to be able to record the sounds and enjoy nature's beauty up close. Okay, so these are the microphones I use. The small one is a Zoom H1N handy recorder, and the larger one is the Blue Yeti microphone. I prefer the small one because it's easy to carry around and it's portable and super easy for traveling. So I typically start my process by finding objects that I think will make cool sounds. In this case, I found an old keyboard and I loved the sound that the keys made. I grabbed a book off the shelf because I love the sounds of pages turning. I found some goldfish in the kitchen, and so I sprinkled those into a bowl. And then next I pour myself some coffee. As I'm recording these sounds, I start to think about what sort of story they're telling. I thought they would make a good study ambiance where you're studying in the kitchen and a loved one is creating a meal for you, so that way you have more time to spend studying and worry less about cooking your own meal. So I decided to start cutting up an apple because I really wanted to get those nice slice sounds for this kitchen/study ambiance. The sound of a knife on a cutting board is very, very satisfying. And then after that, I boiled some water to replicate the sound of someone cooking stew or soup Definitely a nice hearty meal, which is exactly what you need when you're studying or working really hard on a project. So once I have the idea in my mind, I go to iStock. I looked up kitchen and laptop, hoping to find a picture that matches the idea in my head. It can take me hours to sort through all of the photos, and so this is a very shortened version of that process. These are the options that I really liked. And ultimately, I decided to go with this one. Now I'm going to walk you through my process of editing. I really like using Pexels and Unsplash for free public domain photos. In this case, I thought adding some coffee to the image would be a really nice cozy touch. I'm learning to add more depth to my visuals, so I decided to put the coffee cup behind the notepad. So here I'm cutting out a copy of the notepad just so I can put it slightly in front of the coffee. It's very, very subtle, but to me it really makes a big difference, and I'm sure for many of you the subtle touches also make a big difference. Okay, and here I'm going to add a nice little cozy candle, and I'm going to put it behind this cup of pens, again just to add a little bit of depth and dimension to the environment. I searched for candle images by visiting Pexels and Unsplash. I want the flame to flicker in the final video, so I'm actually going to remove this still flame, and then in a different editing app I'm going to add a flickering flame back in. Alright, and then once I'm done, I save this still image and I head over to a video editing app. I'm going to add some dynamic elements like this little flame. And then I'm also going to add some little bubbles in the background here. And then I'm going to add one of my favorite filters. It just adds a nice kind of cozy, cartoon, vibrant touch to the whole thing. And then I just add a little bit of speckles in the final film. So once I do that, I revisit all the sounds, clean them up a bit, and mix them into a final ambience that sounds like this. A common question that I receive is, how do you come up with your video ideas? A lot of video themes are suggested by the listeners of this channel, as well as my friends. I'll often be with my friends in a really cool place like a coffee shop or library, and we start discussing all the sounds that are happening around us. I start to brainstorm ideas and how I can make those sounds recordings at home, and I create an ambience for you all. I'm so happy that I can make these ambiences for you, and I know I'm not a professional, but it just really fills my heart with so much joy that I'm able to bring a little bit of peace to your busy lives, and you all really bring a little peace into mine, and I just cannot thank you enough for that. And I hope you have a lovely, lovely day. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed learning about how I make my ambience videos.